Ingredients of an empire. The first ingredient of an empire is an ample amount of land. Land is mandatory for an empire to exist so they can produce crops to feed their people, build cities and infrastructure, and the availability of natural resources. The Incan Empire accumulated 300,000 square miles of land to allow the growth of up to 12 million people, the development of many cities including Machu Picchu, and the evolution of their polytheistic religion with the sun god Inti as their highest god.
The next ingredient of an empire is a base of infrastructure. Every empire requires infrastructure to stay connected throughout the whole empire. Infrastructure is important to have because it involves an empire working together to build structures and to have a healthy supply of resources. The Incan Empire benefited from road systems of 25,000 miles and a food storage and supply system. They also made beautiful structures with stone. Make sure this base is strong enough to support the whole empire for a long period of time.
The next step of a healthy empire is a surplus of people. Empires require people to balance power, do specialized jobs, and build and maintain the empire's resources such as roads, schools, and food. The Incan Empire was made up of 12 million culturally diverse people. These people are broken down into 4 social classes, including the Sapa Inca, which includes only the empire, the royal, the noble, and the Ayllu. These social classes are defined by kinship and ancestry. The people also had to pay a labor tax to the government, where they had to spend time working for the empire, building roads and buildings to serve the empire.
Combine the land and people for many years and slowly pour in the government. An empire requires one strong government. A government is needed to control the empire with laws to keep peace, make educated decisions for the people, and provide the empire with resources such as education and roads. The Incan Empire was ruled by a king called the Inca, and the land was divided into 4 provinces, each having its own leader. The provinces were also broken up into several parts with leaders to easily control and advise the people. The Incan government had a labor tax where the people had to come and work for the government for a period of time, which allowed the construction of roads, important buildings, such as food storage.
A successful empire requires a dash of strong leaders. A strong, smart leader is a necessity in an empire. A leader who knows what to do in a time of need or emergency and whenever the average civilized person needs guidance. An empire also needs a line of strong leadership to expand the empire's power with the conquering of land and establish practices for a controlled environment. The Incan Empire was ruled by a line of rulers including Vuroka Inca, who was the 8th emperor, and until then the Incan Empire was not an expansive power. Vuroka Inca took over the Urubamba Valley and established the Incan practice of leaving soldiers to maintain peace in conquered lands. Be sure to gradually stir in the leaders so they do not overpower the empire.
The next ingredient in an empire is an abundance of military. Every empire needs a strong military to protect its government and all the people. The military must be very organized with educated leaders, disciplined soldiers, advanced equipment, and good tactics. Military allows an empire to continuously conquer land and grow. Conquering land was an important aspect to the Incan military as they saw it as an expansion of worshiping their sun god Inti. The Incan army consisted of over 100,000 troops of people from the lands they conquered. Some of the people the Inca conquered included the Tunumarca, the Canti, and the Cayambi. The leaders were from royal blood and the commander-in-chief was the Inca king. The military was successful because of their overwhelming numbers.
Add a pinch of education. Education is important in any empire to teach the children how to act and what to do when they grow up. It is also to help them add to the empire in ways such as learning how to do the jobs they need to when they are older. The Incan Empire education included 4 years where they learned different topics. The first year of their school, they were taught the Incan language of Quechua. Their second year was based on their religion. The third year, the children were taught how to do records to track trades and exchanges. And the last year of education was about Incan history.
The next ingredient is a handful of culture. An empire requires culture to differentiate between people and other empires. Culture is important because it shows what an empire values specifically, like clothing styles and religion. Culture also showed the art forms they valued and what they saw as beauty. Religion in an empire helps define what the empire believes in and how their way of life should be held. The Incan Empire made very beautiful pottery and cloth. They made gold and silver sculptures and considered gold the sweat of the sun and silver the tears of the moon. The Inca sculpted a gold statue of their sun god, Inti, to show their dedication to him. The Incas' religion was polytheistic with many gods. Their religion involved prayers, fasting, animal sacrifices, and mummification.
Now that you have added all the ingredients to your empire, the empire is complete. Be sure not to leave out any of the ingredients because each body part of our Mr. Potato Head represents an exact part of the empire. The plain body of the Mr. Potato Head represents the land. The feet represent the infrastructure or base of the empire. The eyes and arms represent the people. The ears represent the government because the people have to listen to them. The leaders represent the mouth because they tell the rest of the empire what to do. The military is the sword because of the weapons. The hat is education because it is Mr. Potato Head's thinking hat. And his earring is culture because it differentiates him from other people.